Imagine opening an email from your professor the night before your final exam and realizing he accidentally sent you the entire answer sheet. Do you tell him or pretend you never saw it?
Yeah. This is basically the ultimate test of temptation.
It really is. So this college student says his professor sent him an email with some study material for the upcoming exam. Just a normal message with a few attached files. Or so it seemed.
Right, because when he opened one of the files, he realized something strange. It wasn't study notes. It wasn't a review guide. It was the complete answer sheet for the final exam.
Wait. The professor sent it directly to him?
Yep. Apparently, the professor meant to send a different file, but accidentally attached the answer sheet instead. And the exam is the next day.
That's honestly kind of terrifying. Because now he has information no one else in the class has?
Exactly. He says he realized what it was pretty quickly and closed the file. But obviously, now he knows the answers are sitting right there in his email.
That's some serious temptation.
Yeah, because technically, he could just study the answers and probably ace the exam.
But if the professor finds out later that he opened the file, that could look really bad.
Exactly. Because from the professor's perspective, just opening the file might look like cheating, even if it was an accident.
And the student also doesn't want to get the professor in trouble.
Right. Plus, reporting it might mean the professor has to change the exam or delay it.
But staying quiet could be risky too. Because if the professor realizes the mistake later and checks who received the file, this student would be the obvious suspect.
Exactly. Honestly, the safest move is probably just to send a quick message back.
Something like, "Hey professor, I think you accidentally attached the exam answers in the email."
Yeah, short and polite. That way, the professor can fix the mistake and the student protects himself.
And honestly, getting accused of cheating would be way worse than dealing with an awkward email.
For sure.
So the conclusion?
Tell the professor. It might feel uncomfortable in the moment, but it's definitely the safest move long term.
Yeah, integrity over easy grades. But now we want to know what you would do. If your professor accidentally emailed you the answers to tomorrow's final exam, would you tell him about it? Or would you stay quiet and pretend you never opened the file?
Let us know in the comments. We're really curious what you guys would do in that situation.
All right. The next story is also from college, but this situation is awkward in a completely different way. A person writes, "My Muslim roommate ate my snacks, but they were made with pork. He doesn't know. Should I tell him or just pretend it never happened?"
Yeah, this one is uncomfortable. So this student says he brought some snacks from home and left them in his dorm room. Some of those snacks contained pork.
Which obviously matters because his roommate is Muslim.
Exactly. And as most people know, pork is forbidden in Islam.
So I'm guessing the roommate didn't realize?
Nope. Apparently the roommate saw the snacks, thought they looked good, and just grabbed some without asking.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. And now the student feels really bad because the roommate still has no idea.
That's a very awkward situation.
It really is. Because now he's wondering if he should tell him. But if he does, the roommate might feel really upset or embarrassed.
Or guilty.
Exactly. Even though it wasn't intentional.
Right, because the roommate just grabbed the snacks without asking. So technically, it wasn't the student's fault either.
True. And in many religious interpretations, if someone eats something forbidden without knowing, it doesn't count against them.
So telling him might just make him feel bad about something that wasn't even his fault.
That's the tricky part, because sometimes honesty is important, but sometimes telling the truth just creates unnecessary guilt.
Yeah, you have to think about the outcome. Are you telling him because it helps him? Or just because it makes you feel less guilty?
Exactly.
Honestly, if it was a genuine accident, I might just let it go.
Same, but I would definitely make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, maybe label the snacks next time.
Buy some big labels. Or even just tell the roommate which snacks are safe and which aren't.
That's it. Because if it happens again, he might have to tell him.
For sure.
So the conclusion?
If it truly was an accident and there was no bad intention, it might actually be kinder not to bring it up. Just make sure it doesn't happen again.
But again, we want to hear what you think. If you were in this situation, would you tell your roommate the truth? Or would you stay quiet since it was an honest mistake?
Comment below and tell us what you would do.
All right, that's it for today's video. If you enjoy these Reddit dilemmas and want to see more stories like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow.
And don't forget to comment your answers. We love reading what you guys would do in these situations.
Thanks for watching.
See you in the next one.